Hello, my name is Heritier. I am a student at South Hampshire University. In this presentation, I'm going to pitch my advertising ideas in order to see if I can sign a contract at Acme, which company. As I've been working in this goal, I have been just talking about the history of advertising, depending on different eras. But again, I have been talking about the print advertising and video advertising. But again, I'm going to talk a little bit about the target market. So, as the outlines that I'm going to present in this PowerPoint presentation, I will talk about the introduction. I will give the description of the target market for the advertising campaign. I will give the explanation of the print advertisement, and I will give also the explanation of the script for 30-second TV spot. I will give details of how the ad demonstrated the vintage. I will also give a conclusion or a closing. As I said before, that I'm going to talk a little bit about the different eras that demonstrate the history of the development of advertising as my introduction. I will generally base on the 1890th century, which was characterized by the apparition of the first professional advertising agency in this era. There is again the creation of rules that they governed the development or the advertisement in the United States of America. But again, in 19th century, it is also characterized by the apparition of the first radio station. There we saw the first radio ad spot. So once the apparition of the first radio station was there, immediately came the first radio spot or the first radio advertisement. Jumping to the 1950th century, it is characterized by the apparition of the television. There is what we call again the band-mount television network. This means that the first television was appeared in that era, whereby the advertisement came in this era so that people can get to see what they are advertising and what are the products. So in 1980th century, this era is characterized by the apparition of the cable, CNN, and the advertising agencies. There we should see companies which are advertising for different customers, companies which are advertising for different businesses, but again the cable which allowed the advertisement. Jumping to the 2010th century, this era is characterized by the online advertisement and the use of social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. This means that the modern idea came in this period, so where we assisted advertising in a global context by using internet, by using social media platforms. So as a description of the target market for the advertising campaign is that I found out that different countries are targeted due to their use of bicycles. Yeah, in fact, many countries are using bicycle as their culture. So it means each family has to have to just has the obligation of having at least one bicycle in their homes. So the first country which I most targeted is about China. Why China? Because China is having more than 1 million of people who are able to ride a bicycle. You understand that with this country, it is a good idea for Acme, which company, to have this to target this country, since the more people are able to ride a bicycle, the more they can eager to have to buy new kind of bicycle, new brand. But again, in China, we have more than 500 people, or just 5,000 bicycles which are available in this country. This means that the more the more we are having more bicycle in this country, the more people are attracted with new kind of bicycles. 37.22% of the whole population in China, they are cyclists. This means that having China as a targeted country, it is a greatest idea for Acme to bring the new brand in that country. Apart from China, we are having the Belgium. In Belgium, we are having more than 10 million of people who can ride a bicycle. You understand? This is also the greatest idea to have this country as a targeted market. We have more than 5 million of bicycles which are available in that country, in Belgium, and 48% of the whole population, they are cyclists. This is also a country which we can't really forget when we are targeting our market. Jumping to Switzerland as one of the countries that are targeted, we are having more than 7 million of people who are able to ride a bicycle. You understand? So with more than 3 million of bicycles which are available in that country, we can just get the conclusion that 48.8% of cyclists of the whole population, they are cyclists in the whole country. The last country is about Japan. Japan, with more than 127 million people who are also able to ride a bicycle, we are having more than 72 million of available bicycle in this country. So with 66.9% of the whole population, they are cyclists. Something that is surprising is that in these whole countries, women are less represented. It means that we are having a less number, a little number about women who are riding bicycle. But if we try to add about the Sweden country, the Sweden, we have more than 90 million of people who are able to ride a bicycle. We have 6 million of available bicycle in that country, but again 63.7% of the whole country, they are cyclists. So we can understand that if Acme want to target this population, these countries, the more or the size or people whom we can just focus more is about the people who are between the age of 18 and 50. But again, we can have women and men also. But generally, we can focus more on women since they are less represented. It means if we make our brand, our new bicycle more attractive to women in these countries, they will be attracted or will gain our market in an easy way. So there are some interest of riding and the women represented in these countries. As I mentioned before, that some countries are just using bicycles as their cultures, but again others countries, they just found the bicycle that it is a way of just earning the time, because people used to say time is money. Bicycle is one of the ways that people use in order to earn their time, but again to keep their good health, since riding the bicycle can be like a way of doing sport, and once you are doing sport, you are building your body, and just you can eradicate some diseases that can be found in your body. So in a country like Belgium, They just know that a bicycle is a best way for all people to just to keep their good health. You can even see a boss, a big boss having many cars, but he decided to use a bicycle while going to the job. In China, it is a kind of culture for everyone. So this is a best way for Acme Widget company to target these countries, since more people are using bicycles and more people will be attracted to use a new kind, a new brand, a new mark of bicycle. So about the explanation of the print advertisement and script for the 30-second TV spot is that there is a biggest importance of using print advertisement. This it's because it allows the audience to read and see just what is about. If I use a print advertisement, just I will print and show the picture of the product that I am talking about. It allows also myself to match the actual history with the past one. For example, if I make a bicycle which looks like the one which has been used in the past period or in the 18th century, this can allow me to match the history depending on different eras. It allows also the audience to reflect on the past period. Once you see a brand, you see an advertisement which similarly look like which reflect the history, you will immediately think about the history. And most people, they really like to just to live again the past period so that they can make it like a model or a model system where people will get to be attracted in a good way. About the script of 30-second TV is that it allows the audience to see how people are successful in this in the advertisement. I will be showing people who are happy, people riding bicycles, companies, people who are successful in this product. It allows me again to show the effectiveness of the product. Once people are giving testimonies, people who are just buying in a mass way, it will allow me to use just to gain more customers. If I'm trying to give little explanation about the details of how the ad demonstrates the vintage, is that the image that I have been using, it really shows the vintage, it really shows the 18th-19th century in the past period. It has just a color of white and black, and it shows women who are just riding bicycle. It means that the ad demonstrated the vintage in a different ways, whereby just depend on the history and the eras. It started by showing the different eras of advertising, as I said, and the image of the advertising just that I used is in about 18th-19th century, 18th-20th century, 19th-50th century, and so on. It shows also how women, they were riding a bicycle in the 18th-19th century. It means riding a bicycle for women, it is not a new action, but it started since there are many years ago. It has the story starting from the past period, as I said. So I will close, or I will conclude by saying that in riding, women are less represented in all countries. All targeted countries, you have a little number of women who are riding bicycle. The most targeted country that I have been saying is about China, Belgium, Switzerland, Japan, and Sweden. So using a print and video advertising is the best idea to use in this advertisement. Acme should take this action in order to just to gain more customers in these countries. Also, we should focus more on making brand which attracts more women. But also, even men can buy, but we want to recall the history that people passed through, or the history which our ancestral just went through, so that we can make a model, just we can make a moderate, can change a little bit, but in a way of attracting more customers. This is a greatest way of gaining customers, by knowing targeted market, by knowing the history of the advertisement, by knowing the history of the product that we are just marketing, also by knowing which kind of advertisement that we will be using in order to gain the market, or to gain more in the field or of product where we'll be selling the product. Thank you for watching this video. I am really sure that it will be helpful for everyone and for the Acme Widget company in order to gain our market. Thank you very much.